Very good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. How are you all? Very fine. The last class we completed trial balance. I hope trial balance you have understood some questions I have given. Test your knowledge of ledger account and that trial balance. Any doubt in that? In that you have doubt. Acha, doubt is in that. So in that doubt will come. In test your knowledge, doubt will come. Okay. There are two type of doubt. One is conceptual doubt. One is practice doubt. Practice doubt, okay. But conceptual doubt, you need to inform me. Correct now? I will not be able to understand that this concept you have not understood. So, for example, matching concept we have discussed. Correct now? Now you are not able to understand that. So that cannot be understood from practice. Correct now? That you need to inform me that you have not understood matching concept. Correct? Okay. There are two type of doubt. Conceptual doubt is more dangerous. Practice doubt ho jayega. With practice, you will be what? Very much clear about that. So let me come to that practice questions only first. Correct? Chalo. So come to which first you will ask me what? I think no doubt in ledger. You have doubt in ledger? Huh? In some entries. So let us. Achha, he has doubt in practice questions. Okay, chalega. That's so acceptable, right? So what is the page number? Can you inform me? It is volume 1, accounting process, and page number 2.31, 2.31, 2.31. Okay. हाँ बता. Where is the doubt? Doubt बता. Ledger doubt. Come fast. अरे बोल बोल फटाफट. तो डाउटिंग कॉन्सेप्ट. अच्छा डाउटिंग कॉन्सेप्ट बता दे. Means questions every question you have done. Then also you have some conceptual doubt. What is the conceptual doubt first? We have done one illustration number 2 where we open many accounts, of course separately. Can you prepare all account combined basis? Separately only. What is this doubt? Oi, means why separate account? Because account is account. In this account is account na. So you need to give importance separately na. अरे बोलना रे. I is a student. For us, student is important na. So we'll say separate student. We'll deal with every student separately na. Correct na. I will ask, have you understood? Have you understood? Have you understood? Have you understood? So I'm giving importance to each and every student. Same thing. Ram account, Rahim account, Mukesh account, plant account, building account. अच्छा लग रहा है सुनने में ना. Correct. So we'll open a separate account always. So I don't think this why this doubt came. No, okay. I'm happy with you. You are asking this doubt. Means why? What is the why this doubt came? I am not able to understand. I'm happy you are asking doubt. I'm really happy. When someone asks doubt now, it means it is very happy. But I am not able to understand why this doubt came. Just try to understand. Journal we are opening account. For each account will have a separate format. For example, you open capital account. So for capital account, separate ledger format will be there. One aspect will be debit, one aspect will be credit. Left hand side debit, right hand side credit. Understood? Correct. Then any other doubt? Only this much. Really? Huh? Pehle means where? Pehle means where? No. Just try to understand. I have assumed that you have never done account. You also assume that. Whether I am assuming that you have done accounts and came here, then तो I will start with what final account. अरे बोलना रे. Then believe me, other teachers start like this only. They will start with trading account, profit and account. मजा आ रहा है. अरे बोल, whether I have assumed that, तो you also forget ना, you have done somewhere else. उस टीचर से ज्यादा प्यार था क्या? तो उसको भूल नहीं पा रहे हो? हाँ, याद आ रही है, तेरी याद आ रही है. उसको भूल रहे. Till you forget him or her, him or her, him, then also you are not forgetting. Correct, correct, Tare. Correct only. So okay, forget. Now start loving me. I should be in your body. Correct? Okay? Chalo. So forget whatever you have done. That is, I am only saying, because when I was in class 11 too, I know what I have done. But respect that teacher. Huh? Respect. I am not saying that don't respect him. Respect that teacher, because of that is a teacher you are here. Correct now? Respect him, but I know what he has done in your life. Forget whatever he has done. तो आई थिंक चलो लेजर हो गया. जर्नल में बताई दे व्हाट जर्नल डाउट यू आर गेटिंग. अच्छा, फ्रॉम जर्नल पोस्टिंग इज डाउट, इन जर्नल डाउट ना. जर्नल में डाउट, लेजर में डाउट. फर्स्ट यू क्लियर दैट. पोस्टिंग वी डू इन लेजर. रिकॉर्डिंग में डाउट, क्लासिफाइंग में डाउट. जर्नल बुक में डाउट है, लेजर बुक में डाउट है. Posting doubt means journal you have understood, means when we are recording the transaction that you have understood. Correct now? Means in the last class, this illustration number, when we have taken this illustration, so first we have done journal entries. So in journal entries, no doubt. What I am saying in journal entries, no doubt. This is journal entries. So in journal doubt bol. Doubt in journal. Now what is the doubt? This first purchase account debit to Mr. X. Then we change the name na. क्या नहीं, we have changed the name then. Anand. Then I said make him Anand only. I think you have written Anand only na. You have written Anand na. Anand. So doubt is in this. ठीक है. So this doubt means थोड़ा सा more understanding required. However, you have understood golden rules, modern rules. Golden rules, modern rules you have understood. So we'll meet one by one, one to one. ठीक है, for this doubt. 1 second we'll meet. So I'm just deferring such doubt because he is related to personal aspect. So I don't want to take this doubt right now. चलेगा? Now coming to the illustrations. In ledger, any doubt? I think ledger no doubt. Doubt will be in trial balance. There are some good questions. First doubt I know, but I will say. So what is this provision account? देखो, I know. Write on one note. Write on note. I understand what doubt will come now. One doubt is provision account. Any provision account. There is provision for doubtful debt, provision for depreciation. Just write down one note. Detailed discussion about provision will be in some other chapters. So right now I am not informing you what is provision, but write down one note. From that note your solution will be done. Because all provisions account will have credit balance. Understood? All provisions account will have credit balance. Doubt over? You doubt over na? No, I am saying detailed discussion will do where? So don't ask much now. Correct? Don't. I'll become emotion, then I'll start one chapter only. So don't alter my right. It is detailed discussion. करेंगे ना? First, let us become strong in the concept, small concept. Okay. So all provisions have credit balance. Don't ask me why right now. Why you will automatically understand. Okay, because right now we don't know what is provision. So I can't explain right now. This will be at the end when we will come to company. I will do detailed discussion about that. चलेगा? So I think with this note, all questions related to provision over. Provision will come in credit side and your trial balance will tally. Correct. Second doubt. Compensating error, just defer it. We'll do rectification of error chapter. That at that point of time we'll do compensating error. So compensating error trial balance will tally. One question is there, na, ki whether trial balance will tally or not due to compensating error. If you want to write down a note for that, write down compensating error are two-sided error. Compensating error are two-sided error. So it means trial balance will tally. Chalega? I will not discuss what is compensating error, what is compensating, what is error of commission, what is error of omission. I already said last class detailed discussion about error and rectification in a separate chapter. Why they are asking in trial balance what I should do? They should not ask here, na. Again, other doubt. Carriage inward, carriage outward we have done, na. Alright. Basic concept में क्या carriage inward and carriage outward both are expense. Both will have which balance? Debit balance. This too I have done. No. This I have done, right? Carriage inward, carriage outward is what? Expense. Expense will be debited. Done. Return inward. Return inward means goods. Return now, which is my turn, na? It is my turn. So I am answerable to all questions. Correct? So purchase return means what? Purchase return means goods is going out. That is return outward account. And sales return is what? Goods is coming in. Means you have sold it, now it is returning. So coming in. So it becomes return inward account. So you can add on return inward is nothing but sales return. Other name of sales return account. So return inward account is sales return. And return outward account is purchase return. Now you know sales return will have which balance? Sales return will have debit balance. Purchase return will have credit balance. So you can do the questions now. So this also done. Okay. Any more doubt? All done. No, these are very basic doubt. Actually, this was not a doubt. Correct, na? All done. Pakka. Huh? Can we start a new chapter? Have you understood stock adjustment? Last class stock adjustment. Bolo. Stock adjustment understood? Bolo. Stock adjustment understood? Huh? Okay. Correct. There was one question in trial balance that you have done correctly. This question. Where is that question, yaar? When there is a question related to salary something. Where is that question? In practice question. This question you have understood. 5 you have understood. Understood na? Not understood. Now I am saying, have you understood this? That I am asking. You have not asked the doubt. So now I have a doubt whether you have understood or not. So question number 5, have you done? So not done or not done. Understood? Question 5 you understood? So why you have not asked the doubt? Arre, wah. So question 5 what they said? Sales account 15,000 correct. Purchase account 10,000 correct. Miscellaneous expense will have debit balance. Salaries is 2,500 credited. So this will go to what? Debit side. So difference in trial balance. So there is a difference in trial balance. The difference is how much? 5,000. The difference 5,000. Whenever any account is posted in wrong side, always the effect is double. Means whenever debit amount will be posted in credit side, so its effect will be double. Correct now, means it was not written in debit side. First that difference, and it is wrongly written in which side? Credit side. So effect will be automatically double. Because double is there na 5,000. This is due to wrong placing of sales account, not wrong placing of salaries account. So even though the amount is 2,500, the effect is what? Double. 5,000 difference coming. 5,000 difference is coming. So always, whenever any account is posted in wrong side, this detailed discussion will do where? In rectification chapter actually. This is not a part of trial balance chapter. This is a part of what? Rectification chapter. So you will become expert in this all error and rectification in rectification chapter. So I am not giving much stress on this right now. So this is due to wrong placing of salaries account. चलेगा? Okay, simple only. I hope with the solution you have understood. Correct? See, there was one more question. Question number 2. This you have understood. This type of question normally asked in exam. 1,500 received from subtenant for rent. Actually, this is also question of rectification. Received from tenant. So 1,500 received from subtenant for rent. Enter correctly in cash book. Means cash account was correctly entered. Means cash account debited. Debited is correct. But is posted to the debit side of rent account. Means journal entry should be cash to rent. Rent is income na. So journal entry should be 1500 1500. But what they have done? Cash को भी debit कर दिया and rent is also debited. So can I say it means the debit total is more by how much? You not 1500, 3000 from credit total. You can see rent was to be credited but posted in debit side. So effect is double. So they are saying the debit total will be greater by 3000 than credit total. This option is correct. This option is correct. Understood. However, once again I am saying that for this type of question you become expert where? In rectification chapter. So even though you have not understood, just give star mark. Automatically you will become expert where? In rectification chapter. Chalega? Okay. Apart from these, any other doubt in trial balance? I hope no doubt. I hope no doubt. Chalo. Can we start a new chapter? Write down chapter number 6. Chapter number 6 is accounting for special transactions. Correct na? The name is accounting for special transactions. There are many units. Unit number 1 is what? Bills of exchange and what? Promissory note. How many have done this chapter in your previous classes? Anyone who have done? How many have done? Forget. Please forget. Means if you have understood, then also forget that I am saying. Otherwise, same thing will happen. Sir, वहाँ तो नहीं किया. That question should not come. Correct now. Now, first we need to understand what actually this is. Bills of exchange and promissory note. Let us start from the beginning. Correct now. Now, normally can I say, in a business we are dealing with trade transactions. Trade transaction is sales and purchase. So for any transaction there are two parties. One is what? Seller. One is what? Buyer. So let us assume seller is Ram and what? Buyer is Sita. Okay. Correct? Understood? Yes, sir. Now Ram sold goods to whom? Sita. Correct? So Ram sold goods. So Sita purchased goods from Ram. Understood what I am saying? So this is a transaction, trade transaction, legal transaction as per contract act. Now so you have done contract also, it is contract, enforceable by law, la, correct? Offer acceptance, whatever promise, whatever you have to show, but correct. Now, whenever a contract is done, it can be oral, it can be written also. And normally, whenever there is a trade transaction, it will be in written form. Correct. Now, our transaction, I think you have received some receipt, etc. A receipt was given. Correct now. That this much amount we have received. I hope you have received. If you have demanded, so of course you have received. Correct now. So in this transactions, whenever there is there, so one invoice will be raised. Who will raise invoice? Always invoice is written by seller. So it means it will be issued by seller. It is my good handwriting, huh? It is issued by seller. Understood? So who will raise invoice? Ram. In our example, Ram. In this, it is written that this much has been sold. Suppose goods has been sold. Anything of rupees 10,000. And let us assume it is a credit transaction. Credit transaction. Are you getting what I am saying? Credit transaction means the amount will be receivable after some period. That will be also written in the invoice only. And let us assume it is given that credit period. CP means what? Credit period. If you want to write them full, write them full. Credit period for this total become 10,000, and it will be mentioned that 2 month credit allowed. Understood? Means 2 months is the credit period. Suppose the transaction date is, let us assume it is 1/4/2022. 1/4/2022. Understood? And normally Ram will write such invoice in 2 copies. In how many copies? So it will be issued in how many copies? 2 copies. One copy he will retain, means it will retain by Ram only, and other copy will be sent to whom? Sita. Other copy will be sent to Sita. Correct? Understood? Means can I say this become a source document to record the transaction? Means this become a document from which the transaction was recorded in their respective books. I said now journal entries when I have done, so I have mentioned that journal entries recorded from a source document. Correct? That source document is known as voucher, etc. Correct? So this is known as source document. Correct? Known as voucher. Voucher. So invoice is an example of voucher. Correct? So can I say Ram will pass journal entry by using invoice issued, and Sita will pass journal entry with invoice received. Both will have same copy only. What journal entry Ram will do? Ram will say the amount is receivable from whom? Sita account debit to what? Sales. It is 10,000. 10,000. Correct. And what journal entry Sita will do? Sita will say ki I have done purchase. So purchase account debit, and the amount is payable to whom? Ram. Amount remains same only, 10,000 and 10,000. This point have you understood? Have you understood this point? Now everyone, suppose I am Ram. I am Ram. Correct. Let us assume I am Ram. So I have got this invoice with me. Invoice. In this invoice, what is written? Ki amount receivable from whom? Sita. 10,000 after how many months? 2 months. And of course, can I say it is signed by Ram only? Normally, invoice is signed by Ram. Means the person who has issued such document. Correct? Understood. So this is what? Amount receivable from whom? Amount receivable from Sita. Amount receivable from Sita. Are you getting what I am saying? Correct. And whenever there is a credit transaction, so we'll ask Sita to also sign. So Sita will also sign. Sita will sign. So it is a document where it is mentioned that 10,000 is receivable from whom? Sita. Correct. Valid document in the eyes of law. Means it is a value now. Bole yes or no? Correct. So if I ऐसे कर देते तो anyone can what? Pick this and amount is receivable from what? Sita. Correct now. Are you getting what? बोलना yes or no? Suppose what happened? कि this was misplaced. Correct. Understood. And you have got this invoice. Whether Sita will pay you. Whether Sita will pay you. अरे बोलना रहिए. This document, what is written, the amount receivable from Sita, how much? 10,000. Means Ram will receive how much? 10,000 from Sita. So this is with me now. Now with this document, how much amount is receivable? So this has some value or not? It has some value. Means of course after 2 months I should present this invoice to Sita and then only Sita will pay. Sita might forget ना अरे कब हुआ था. So I need to inform देख भाई. Sorry देख बहन. Just try to understand. Correct na? So Ram will say Sita, this is the bill, this is the invoice, and against this invoice 10,000 is receivable from you. Please pay me 10,000 right now, means after 2 months. And Sita will pay. If Sita is a good person, Sita will pay. Sita is a bad person, then to we know divorce case. Are bolla. Remember na? So we'll assume Sita is a good person only. Now the point is that what I am trying to explain, that suppose this is with me, but I suppose misplaced this document and you have taken this invoice. Now whether if you present this invoice to Sita, whether Sita will pay you? No. This is non-transferable document. This is non-transferable. Means Sita will pay only to whom? So it is non-transferable. Non-transferable. Have you understood this point? This is non-transferable. Understood? This is a limitation of this invoice. This is a limitation of this invoice. This is non-transferable. Are you getting? Have you understood? Now I am changing the story. थोड़ा सा concentrate करेंगे. So against this invoice, how much is receivable from Sita? So suppose I am receiving 10,000 from her, but I have done one purchase transaction with her also, and 10,000 is payable to her. Quite possible. Quite possible. So 10,000 receivable from her and 10,000 is payable to her. So can I say, can I give this invoice to my creditor and can I ask my creditor to collect from my debtor? Understood? One second. Chalo, one second. ठीक है ना? Concentrate. I say this is non-transferable. This is non-transferable na? Means can I say I cannot transfer this document to any other person. Means I can only collect 10,000 from whom? Sita. This is non-transferable na? It is non-transferable. Now what I am saying, just try to understand that I have done one more transaction with other person and according to that transaction 10,000 is payable to that person. Purchase transaction I have done. So this was a sale transaction. I am receiving how much? And I need to pay how much? Correct. So what can I transfer this document to my creditor? And can I ask her to collect from Sita? Sita will say bye bye, I will not pay. Bole yes or no? Because this is what? Non-transferable. Correct? Understood? But can I say? Can I say? This is not correct. I can do that. I should do that. Are you able to understand? It is quite possible that I don't have right now money, so I can say collect on my behalf. And because of that, because of this reason, this chapter started. Means bills of exchange is a document which is transferable. So what we'll do in this chapter, this invoice is converted into what? Is converted in this chapter will convert invoice into what? Transferable document. Transferable document. I hope you are understanding. How to convert that we need to understand. Means can I say I should convert this non-transferable document into what? Transferable document? Are you getting? If it become transferable, then I can transfer. But right now I can't transfer this invoice. Why I can't transfer this invoice to any other person? Because this is non-transferable. I hope you are understanding. So how to convert that we need to understand. So when we convert any document into transferable document, that document is known as negotiable instrument. That document is known as what? Negotiable instrument. Negotiable instrument means it is transferable. Negotiable instrument is means it is transferable. Now there are two types of negotiable instrument. One is known as what? Bills of exchange. One is known as what? Bills of exchange. Are you able to understand? Or it is also known as what? Promissory note. Understood? Are you getting? Have you understood what I am saying? So can I say it can be means this document which become transferable document that can be either what? Bills of exchange or promissory note. Now when it will be bills of exchange, when it will be promissory note, that we need to understand. In simple words, whenever Ram will prepare such document, it is known as bills of exchange. When Sita will prepare, it is known as what? Promissory note. Understood? Correct? Means if this document is made by whom? Ram has Ram has made such document. If Ram has made such document, then it is known as bills of exchange. And when Sita has made such document, then it is known as what? Promissory note. Simple word. Means either Ram will create or Sita will create. Both will not create. Either Ram or Sita. Both will not create. Means either Ram will create. If Ram will create such document, it is known as what? Bills of exchange. If Sita will create, then it is known as what? Promissory note. Simple. Now why it is bills of exchange, why it is promissory note, that we need to understand. But I hope thoda you understanding. What I am saying that when we convert invoice into negotiable instrument, instrument means document. Instrument means document. When we convert non-transferable document into transferable document, that transferable document is known as negotiable instrument, and that negotiable instrument are of two types: bills of exchange or promise note. Whenever Ram will create such document, means the Ram is a person who will receive the amount. Means if the receiver will create that document, it is known as bills of exchange. And when the person who will pay the amount will create such document is known as what? Promissory note. Correct? Understood. Now, just try to understand. If I am saying bills of exchange, so बताओ, who will create such document? So it means he will prepare the document. How to prepare the document? I am informing you. So bills of exchange will be created by Ram. In my example, Ram na? In my example, Ram. So how to create the document we are here to understand. So Ram will write a letter to whom? Sita. Correct. Ram will write a letter. Have you written any letter to anyone? Anytime? Till now, no letter written. You have written. Leave letter. Leave letter. कि I am leaving you. कि I am leaving you. अच्छा, leave or if in leave E become O. Are you able to understand my? Till now you have not written. Believe me, not written. Write sometime. Experience करो मजा आता. हाँ? No, any. It can be formal. It can be informal. Contract can be formal. Contract can be informal also. Huh? This type of discussion, he is most talkative. Journal I will teach. Sir, I am understanding. चलो ठीक है. But what I am saying, the intention is nothing but what I am saying. Don't write. चलो. It is your life. You should do whatever you want to do. Correct? And my objective, enjoy your life. Whatever you want to do, do it. Don't regret after some time. Correct na? My whatever I believe that if you want to do it. Maximum one slap will come. Maximum one slap na. But next time you will not regret na. The point is that you will not regret. चलो ठीक है. But don't blame me after some time. Please don't blame me and don't complain to your parents. चिरंजीव सर ने बोला था. अरे correct ना. I have never done हाँ. I have never, only sometime I have done. अरे that क्या होता है यार, मारी तो मरता. चलो ठीक है. चलो. To Sita. Normally I am so much friendly in foundation class. Once you come to inter, थोड़ा सा strict. You find I am totally strict. Correct ना. Foundation I think you should enjoy. Then normally after when you come to CFNR you will be also like this. Sir, teach na please. Why you are doing bakwas? The to Sita. So it means Ram is writing letter to whom? Sita. What do you say? See, I means what? Ram. I order means he will order. He will order. Of course, he will order to pay na. So there will be some order in this letter. There will be some order. I am ordering you to pay. Correct? I order Sita to pay. Rupees how much? 10,000. After how many months? 2 months only. Correct? To me or my order. To me or my order. Means either pay to me or to any other person to whom I am ordering. Understood? Transferable, it becomes transferable. Means I am just converting invoice into which document? Transferable document. But just try to understand, I have not changed the amount. I have not changed the payment date also. Means the date of payment remains same after 2 months, and this was also written on 1/4/2020. I have said 22 na? 22. Means the date remains same. So after 2 months, how much amount was receivable? 10,000. Means in invoice also how much amount was receivable? 10,000 after 2 months. In this document also how much amount is receivable? 10,000. But in this I am ordering to whom? Sita. That you pay 10,000 to me or my order. Understood? To me or my order after 2 months. So correct only now. I will sign it. I will sign it. Whether she will agree? No. No, she may agree. But I have signed it now. Whether acceptance is required or not. So what I will do, I will send this letter for acceptance. Please accept. And she will accept only. If I will say please accept. But can I say, if she has not accepted, then it is not a valid instrument. So I have asked her to accept. I have asked her to accept it. So she will accept by signing now. So can I say, in this letter both sign is required? And once it is signed, By Sita, it become a valid instrument. It become a valid instrument. But can I say, if it is a valid instrument, it become transferable? But can I say, it is as simple as invoice only. In invoice also, how much amount was receivable? After how many months? In this also, how much amount is receivable? After how many months? Only one change is what? It is transferable. To me or to my order. To me or to my order. And this is bills of exchange. So in bills of exchange, there is an order to pay. Order to pay. I order Sita to pay me or my order. Understood? So either Ram will prepare such document or who will prepare? Sita. So let us give chance to Sita also. Normally, can I say, normally, practically, 99% Ram will only write. Because Ram need money na. Sita, so I will not pay. What you do? Just write one. The person who received the amount is in hurry to receive. The person who need to pay, he will be silent till the due date comes. Are you getting what I am saying? But suppose Sita want to write. Sita said, you have written one time, now it is my chance. I will also write something to you. Correct now? So if Sita want to write, how will write a letter? That we need to understand. So if Sita want to prepare one negotiable instrument, Bata, what will be the content of this letter? It is what? It is a promissory note, promissory note. Are you getting what I am saying? So Bata, to whom? Date will be what? 1/4/2022. Bata. Now here what? I means what? Sita. Bata, I what? Promise to pay. Either Sita will promise that I will pay, don't worry. She will not order now. So I will promise to pay. So this become a promissory note. There is a promise to pay. Understood? So I promise to pay whom? Ram. How much? Rupees 10,000. After how many months? After 2 months. To whom? To whom? Ram or his order? Or his order? Correct. Understood. So here Sita promised to pay 10,000 same amount. After 2 months, same date, to me or my order, to whom or to whomever I am ordering. So it means it also become transferable document. It also become transferable document. Who will sign? Okay, Sita will sign, but you only say if she has promised to pay whether my sign is required. My sign is not required. The promise to pay. She only signed me and given this document, so I will prove that she has signed. So my signing is not required. Can I say the person who pays, her sign is more important? बोलना yes or no? In this case, who signed first? Who was created? But can I, since Sita signed it, since Sita accepted, it does not become a valid instrument. But in case of promissory note, she only promised to pay. Her sign is already there. So whether Ram sign is required. Ram sign not Ram is this he signed now. He only promised to pay now. So it become a valid instrument. It means in this case Ram sign is not required. Means acceptance is not required. Means in bills of exchange what is required? Acceptance is required. In promissory note what is not required? Acceptance is not required. In bills of exchange there is an order to pay. In promissory note, there is a promise to pay. Have you understood? Correct. Now, everyone. In this bills of exchange, this person is known as drawer. Drawer, drawer of bill. That means the person who has drawn the bill, written the bill, is known as what? Drawer. Is known as what? Drawer. Drawn. So he has drawn the bill now. The name comes from there. Drawer. Correct. And Sita is known as what? Drawing. Means the person who accept the bill is known as what? Drawee. Drawee. So who is drawer? Ram. In my example. Who is drawee? Sita. Means who draw the bill is known as, who accept the bill is known as drawing. And batao. In this case, to whom the amount will be paid? Can I say in this case it will be same person, means drawer and pay will be the same person. Pay means the person to whom amount will be paid. Correct. Till now, because we don't know to right now it is a to Ram or to his order, to me or to my order, na. So right now we don't know who is that other person. Still it is mentioned in the bill. Correct. So can you say in this case drawer and pay are same person? Drawer and pay are same person. Drawer and pay are same person. Correct. In this case, this Sita is known as maker of the note. Maker. Who is making this document? Sita. So she is known as maker. She is known as maker. And Ram is known as pay. Ram is known as what? Pay. Ram is known as pay. Means Ram does not require to accept it, and therefore he become pay. Means there are two persons. There are two persons. Means in bills of exchange there can be two or three persons. Two person is drawer and drawee. In my example, drawer and pay are same person. Drawer and pay are same person. Let me draw one more example. Can I prepare document this way? It's Ram. So Ram will write a letter to Sita in this way. Let us change the letter to Sita 1/4/2022. I order whom Sita to pay rupees 10,000 after how many months? 2 months. To whom? To what? Now he will say, Ram will say, not to me. To Ravan. Understood? To Ravan. Or his order. Oh. Acha. Ye baat. So can I say, just try to understand. I am asking Sita, I am ordering Sita that you pay the same amount after same date, after same month, but not to be to Ravan or his order. Can I say it is also valid instrument if she sign? Bole yes or no? So I will to pakka sign. If she sign, it become a valid instrument or not? Bole yes or no? Correct? Are you getting what I am saying? So in this case, but Ram is what? Drawer. Sita is what? Drawee. But who is pay? Oh, अच्छा ये बात means drawer and pay can be different person, or it can be same person also. It can be same person also. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Have you understood this point? So can you say in bills of exchange they can be two or three person? They can be two or three person. Correct? Means drawer and pay may or may not be same person. In the first example, Ram was drawer as well as pay. In the second example, Ram was drawer but pay was Ravan. Understood? But whether this type of letter can be written by Sita, but just try to understand whether Sita knows Ravan. No, Sita does not know Ravan. Ram was knowing Ravan na. So yes, Sita cannot promise to Ram that I will pay to Ravan. It is practically not possible. Sita will say I will pay to you or to your order. Because Sita does not know the identification of Ravan na. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Therefore, this type of letter is not possible in case of what? Promissory note. And therefore, in case of promissory note, there are two persons, maker and pay. Maker and pay. Have you understood the entire point? Have you understood bills of exchange promissory note? Because no rectification. I am explaining you detail. Because only in foundation you will do this chapter. Then never You will learn this chapter, then only you need to apply this chapter in inter and final. Correct? Yes, sir. Done. So, sir, what is bills of exchange? Write down the definition. Bills of exchange. The definition is given where? As per section 12. You have done act. In act we have what? Section, subsection, etc. So as per which section 12 of which act? Negotiable Instrument Act. Do you have this act? No, it will be in your CA Inter. The detailed discussion of act will be done in your CA Inter. I am teaching only accounting point of view, correct? So as per section 12 of Negotiable Instrument Act, it is an instrument. It means what? It means what? It means bills of exchange. Bills of exchange is an instrument. Instrument means what? Document. Instrument means a document. Correct. In writing, oh, means it should be always in which form? Written form. Containing what? Containing what? Containing an unconditional order. It contains an order. An order should be without any condition. Unconditional order. Unconditional order. Containing an unconditional order. This order should be there but without any condition. So if I say in this way, I order you to pay me rupees 10,000 after 2 months, and if there is a condition is if I marry you. So this is a condition, na? Are you getting what I am saying? So it is conditional. It will be without any condition. Correct? Yes, sir. So containing an unconditional order signed by whom? Signed by whom? Signed by maker. It is written in the definition maker, but maker is what? Who is the maker? Drawer. Drawer is the maker, na? Who is writing this document? Drawer. So first he will sign, na? His sign is mandatory, but acceptance is also required. Correct? Signed by maker. Correct? Understood? Directing. Directing certain person. Directing certain person. Correct? To pay what? To pay what? A certain sum of money. Certain sum of money. Correct? Only to whom? Only to or to the order of certain person. Only to or to the order of certain person, or to the bearer of instrument. I think definition you have understood thoda thoda. After so much explanation, now you can decode the definition. You can by your own you can decode it. Whenever you learn definition now, You should split the definition like this. Then only it can be memorized. You can't memorize the entire para together. Just split it into sub parts. This I have done now. This is the best way to memorize any definition. Normally in law you need to memorize some definition. If you do like this, suppose I have given in a para, it will not be possible to memorize. No, it is like this. It is an instrument in writing containing an unconditional order signed by maker directing a certain person to pay a certain sum of money to or to the order of certain person or to the bearer of instrument. Correct? I think it is, can be memorized. Now these two you have understood who is maker drawer, who is this certain person, who is this certain person. Drawee means in my example what Site, and are you able to understand what I am saying? Now certain sum of money means what? The money should be certain. Means the money should be certain. I said now rupees 10,000 is certain sum of money. If I say I am ordering you to pay 2% of sales, so 2% of sales is not certain. Then it is not meeting the definition. Then it is not a bills of exchange. So whatever money should be certain. Money should be certain. I can say this, I am ordering you to pay 2% of sales. But sales we don't know right now. That is a future sales. So 2% of that sales is not certain amount right now. So money should be certain. Certain sum of money. Money means what? Can you say money means Indian currency? It is what? Indian currency. Indian currency. I hope you are understanding. To or to the order of certain person. You can see here it is to or to the order of certain person. Here this certain person is what payee. Means payee can be different from what drawer. Or payee can be drawer also. Are you getting what I am saying? To or to the order of certain person. That person should be also certain. The person should be also certain. Means suppose if I will say I order you to pay my son after my marriage. Something is locha na. I order you to pay to my son after my marriage. Now marriage is also not certain nowadays too. Correct na? Marriage hoga ki nahi hoga, that also dependent upon whether you become CEO or not na. Correct? That is also not certain. So just and then after marriage son will come. So that person is not certain. So that is not a bills of exchange. So can is the person should be also certain to whom you are going to pay? To whom you are going to pay. So only to or to the order of certain person. This certain person is known as what? Pay. Or to the bearer. Or to the bearer of what? Or to the bearer of instrument. This just highlight it. We'll do discussion at the end. Means somewhere you will automatically understand, or I will do discussion at the end. I don't want to come to the bearer right now. But one thing is clear that can I say bills of exchange is also payable to the bearer. Bills of exchange is also payable to the bearer. Suppose Ram signed, Sita signed, I forget. This comes to in your hand, so you become the bearer of the instrument. Means can say bills of exchange is also payable to the bearer of the instrument. Correct? But I will explain why bearer. I will explain in some means at after some point of time, but not now. But I hope you have understood ki what is bills of exchange as per definition. As per definition. This definition is very important because they may ask you some MCQ question based on this. They will confuse you that promissory note is a document containing an unconditional order. True or false? Promissory note is a document containing an unconditional order. False. False now. That contain an unconditional promise. Have you understood? Correct. Then add on one note. Add on. Add on. When such an order is accepted in writing. Writing means by signing. Correct. Accepted in writing on the face of what? On the face of the instrument. I hope you're understanding. Means signing should be on the face of the instrument. On the face of the instrument. It become what? It become a valid bills of exchange. Valid bills of exchange. Understood? Means can I say, just try to understand. Can I say this was the date of bill when it is drawn? So this is known as date of drawing. This is date of drawing. But can I say the date of acceptance may be same or may be different also? It may be accepted after 2, after 3, after 5, after 9 days, whatever may be the case. Means this date may be different. It may be 3rd April 2022. So this is known as date of acceptance. This is known as date of acceptance. Means can I conclude the date of drawing of a bill may be different than what date of acceptance? Correct. So can there are two dates. There are two dates in a BOE. BOE means what? Bills of exchange. Now I read on BOE. Correct. One is date of drawing. One is date of acceptance. Understood. Next note. देखो, Such bills of exchange, such bills of exchange must be properly stamped. Must be properly stamped. We call it revenue stamp, government stamp. Correct now. So there is one act, stamped act. As per that act, it should be properly stamped. I hope you have seen some legal document. Legal document is always written in some stamp paper. 100 rupees stamp paper, 1000 rupees stamp paper, as per the value of that contract. Correct now. So it must be also properly stamped as per the value of money. As per the value of money. So that we don't know what will be the proper stamp value. There you need to understand that particular act. But it should be also properly stamped. So it should be also properly stamped as per Indian Stamp Act. Just write down. Sometimes they also ask this type of MCQ whether it require proper stamping or not. It require proper stamping. Correct? Have you understood? Now let us come to what? Promissory note. So this was point number 1. Then add point number 2. The meaning of promissory note. Can you try the definition? Badao. So this is also as per what? Negotiable Instrument Act. Correct? Badao. It is what? It is, बोलो, it is a, it is an instrument. Instrument means document. Signed by, yeah, in writing now. In writing. Containing what? Containing unconditional they have said it is undertaking is promise only, unconditional undertaking is nothing but promise. Signed by whom? Signed by maker, signed by maker, correct. To pay what? To pay a certain sum of money, certain sum of money, certain sum of money, correct. To whom? Only to, or to the order of, only to or to the order of certain person, only to or to the order of certain person, or to what? Bearer of instrument, only to or to the order of certain person or to the bearer of instrument. Understood? The definition is very much clear. I think explanation is not required. You have understood the definition. It is also an instrument in writing containing an unconditional promise signed by maker to pay a certain sum of money to or to the order of certain person, but not to the bearer of instrument. Just delete it. Delete it. Intentionally I have written, not delete it. Means bills of exchange are payable to what? Bearer also, but promissory note is not payable to the bearer. This is the one of the major difference between these two. Promissory note is not payable to the bearer. It is payable only to or to the order of certain person, but not to the not to the bearer of the instrument. Have you understood this much? Correct? Correct. So bills of exchange is payable to bearer also. Bearer means who is holding that instrument, the holder of the instrument. But promissory note is not payable to the holder. It is payable to either person or to the order of that person. Order of that person. Understood? Have you understood this point? Correct. Now, have you seen Indian currency note? Today I forget to bring what? My purse. You have some currency? Give me, yaar. I am bankrupt. Really, I don't have money. There. Now, have you seen Indian currency? अरे इतना छोटा. अच्छा. ₹50 रिटर्न. इंग्लिश कहाँ है? हाँ, इंग्लिश. हिंदी में मैं धारक को 50 रुपये अदा करने का वचन देता हूँ. करेक्ट. देन इंग्लिश. करेक्ट. I promise to pay. I means what? Who is I? Who is I here? Who is I? अरे बोलना रे. Whether right now I am the older ना, बोल चिरंजीव sir. No, no, government. What? Government. Who has signed it? Governor of India. Nalak. You don't know who has signed it? I have signed it. No, I promise. I have signed it. Where is my sign? Nalak. Governor of India has signed it. You made me governor. थैंक यू वेरी मच गवर्नर ऑफ इंडिया आरबीआई मजा आ रहा है मजा आ रहा है गांधी जी इज माइन आल्सो now I promise to pay the government it is what written by government of India on behalf of government who signed it governor correct so you don't know about currency only I mean acha I am holding I promise to pay to whom you have promised baba like so I promise to pay the bearer. Bearer means who is holding right now? Chiranjeev Jain. Oh, the government has promised me, na? Who is the bearer? Right now, the Chiranjeev son, na? You don't. Now it is held by me. Correct, na? To the bearer, the sum of 50 rupees. The sum of 50 rupees. The sum of 50 rupees. It means government of India has promised me means promise the bearer means holder to pay 50 rupees. So this is 50 rupees only. Just try to understand. It is a 50 rupees. But if you'll go with this note, currency note to RBI, then RBI will give gold worth rupees this much. If you want gold, or he may give you any other currency. If you want to go to US, so he will give you dollar equivalent to rupees 50. Are you getting what I am saying? So he will give a sum of rupees 50, equivalent sum. Are you getting what I am saying? So it means it has some value because signed by whom? Because signed by him. So this piece of paper, this is only a piece of paper. Correct now. Because of that promise, it become what? Valuable. But it is payable to whom? It is payable to whom? Bearer. It is a promise order. But it is a promise order. So but whether it is a promissory note? No. No, 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 no. Because it is not payable to the bearer. Means even though it contains a promise, this is not a promissory note. Are you able to understand? And because of that reason, it is deleted from यहाँ पर कि promissory note is not payable to bearer, but this currency note has also this currency note also contain a promise, but this is payable to whom? Bearer of the instrument. This is also one instrument, ना? अरे बोलना रे understood have you understood correct बाद में correct have you understood this point correct means let me first this maker to you understood maker and these two or to the order of certain person is nothing but pay is nothing but pay just write on one note okay. As per section 31 subsection 2 of RBI Act promissory note cannot be payable to bearer of instrument correct have you understood it means can I say it is an instrument other than other than currency note other than currency note because currency note is payable to what bearer of instrument so promissory note is an instrument other than what currency note other than currency note have you understood this point have you understood this point correct then one note you can add on more it should be also properly stemmed. It does not require what? What? Acceptance from other party. Have you understood? Correct. Definition, I hope you have understood. Now it is your turn. You write down the difference between these two in your own words. Means whatever you have understood, write down. Difference in T table, T format, correct? Write down. Difference you write down, I will not write down. Difference between bills of exchange and promissory note. Make a T safe format. In first you write down bills of exchange. Second you write down promissory note. Then one by one write down. First you write down, then we'll discuss. Write down whatever you have understood. Huh? Small difference. Don't write down the entire definition. Huh? Don't write down the entire definition. Huh? Done? One by one. I'll ask one by one. You need to say one difference, everyone. If your difference correct, I will write down. Not correct, I will change it. Okay? Who will start? First difference. Well, first difference, very easy. It contains an unconditional order. And here what? It contains an unconditional, can I add promise, if you permit me? Promise, correct? Second difference, you say bills of exchange instrument. Huh? No, 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 no. That is not a difference. That is not a difference. Both are instruments. One exception was given in case of promissory note because currency note also contain a promise. One clarification was given that currency note will not be a promissory note. That does not become a difference now, because currency note cannot be a bills of exchange now. Whether currency note can be bills of exchange because it does not contain an order now. So the doubt was regarding what? Promissory note only. It does not contain an order, it contains only a promise. So one clarification was given that this is not a promissory note. Understood? That is not a difference. You say? Yeah, very simple, simple, simple. So it requires an acceptance, correct now? So it requires acceptance of drawing. It does not require any acceptance. It does not require any acceptance. Understood? Third, huh? अरे बाबा, चलो यार. What are you saying? Means, can I say in this way? It is drawn by, means if you are saying it is drawn by which person? Correct now. But it is issued, both are maker only. Both are maker. You are saying it is drawn by drawer, it is drawn by maker. So that does not become a difference. You can say in this way, it is drawn by, in this way, seller of goods. Correct now. And it is made by buyer of goods. Buyer of goods na. So as a more comfortable I will say. Understood? This become one difference. You want to say? This is also one difference. Very good. Correct. So it is payable to bearer. Bearer means holder, huh? Bearer of instrument. It is not payable to bearer of instrument. Any more? That point is automatically done with acceptance. Because when acceptance the two sign is required, when no acceptance the one sign is required. तो मजा नहीं आएगा उस पॉइंट में, ठीक है ना. इट इज ओनली एक्सटेंडिंग वन पॉइंट टू अनदर पॉइंट. चलेगा. यू कैन राइट बट मजा नहीं आ रहा है. करेक्ट ना. तो वैलिड पॉइंट होगा तो मजा आता है. ओके. आर यू ओके ना? यू आर ऑल्सो करेक्ट. ओके. डोंट feel bad. You want to say any other? Any other? This is also one difference. Correct. There may be how many parties? Three parties? Correct now. There are how many parties? Act means I'm writing there are three parties. However, in some situation there can be two parties also. Correct now. So there are three parties. One is known as what? Drawer. Second is known as what? Drawee. Third is known as what? Pay. However, drawer and pay can be same person also. Correct now. However, drawer and pay can be same person. Understood? Here what there are how many parties? There are only two parties. One is maker, one is pay. Correct. Then any more difference? Bolo. That same ones. Acceptance is required, the date is also required. Only extending one point हो जाएगा. I think all points are covered. Correct? Other is not required. One more point if you want to write down, this is paid by drawee, this is paid by maker. But that is also bakwas point. Na? If you want to write down. It is if you want to write down, it is paid by drawee. It is paid by maker. Because but understood point. If you want to write down. Correct? Point number. It is paid by drawee. And it is paid by maker. You can write down in drawer. Now, drawer is also known as maker. In this case, drawer is also known as maker. I think all difference done. I think out of 6, 3/4 you have only written correctly. Correctly, you have also written. And I hope all points you have also written. Because you understood the definition. Correct. Definition meaning हो गया. Let us come to the second part of this chapter. From meaning, they normally ask some MCQs questions. Correct now. They will try to confuse you in true or false. So if you have understood the definition, you can now answer all the questions. Correct. Now, just write down. This negotiable instrument. Now, whenever I am saying negotiable instrument, the negotiable instrument means either bills of exchange or either bills of exchange or promissory note. However, more or less will concentrate on bills of exchange. Are you getting? Because question they ask from bills of exchange only. They do not ask question from promissory note. So our concentration will be on bills of exchange. However, the accounting treatment for both will be same only. Means even though they ask a question for promissory note, the accounting treatment remains same. The accounting treatment remains same. Are you getting what I am saying? So only the definition difference, accounting effect remain same. But normally they concentrate on bills of exchange. From examination point of view, they concentrate on bills of exchange because that is more popular. Promissory note is not so much popular because of course the party who is going to pay will never promise. In India, so no one promise. India, no one promise, na re. So it is actually very, I will say, uh, rare transactions, rare circumstances. So normally we'll concentrate on bills of exchange. But we need to also understand promissory note. Correct. Now the next topic is what? What is the point number 4? Calculation of calculation of due date due date and maturity date of a bill. Now whenever I say bill will also include note. Which note? Currency note, not promissory note. So if I am saying bill will include note also. Bar I will not say bill or note. ठीक है ना? Bill will include also what? Note. Are you getting what I am saying? So when I am saying calculation of due date or maturity date of a bill, the same point is applicable for what? Same point is applicable for what? Promissory note also. If you want to write down. But either it will be understood. Correct? Now for the purpose of calculation of due date and maturity date, I am coming to what is due date and maturity date. These negotiable instruments are of two types. So when I am saying negotiable instruments are of two types, means bills of exchange or promissory note are of two types. Are you getting what I am saying? For which purpose? For which purpose? For calculation of due date or maturity date. One is known as demand instrument. One is known as time instrument. Time instrument. Demand instrument means what? Any instrument which is payable on demand. Correct? Any instrument which is payable on demand. Means can I say no time is mentioned in the instrument? No time is mentioned. Means suppose I order Sita to pay rupees 10,000 whenever I meet her and she signed. It become a valid bill or not? Means if you see the definition, there was no restriction for time. Means it become valid instrument if she sign it. So whenever I am presenting the bill, she need to pay. Means whenever I am demanding, she need to pay. Are you getting? Means can we calculate a due date of payment? No. Are you getting what I am saying? So we are here to calculate due date of payment. So whenever I am saying it is payable on demand, so can you calculate due date? You can't calculate due date because we don't know when you will demand. Are you getting what I am saying? Have you understood? Suppose he promised to pay me when I demand. So what is the due date? It cannot be calculated because I can demand today, I can demand after 2 days, I can demand after 1 year. I can demand after my marriage. I can demand when I become father. So on, anytime. So that is not fixed, and therefore due date cannot be calculated. Understood? So can I say whenever no time is no time is mentioned for payment, so it become demand instrument. Normally such type of bill is known as bills at site. Such type of bill is known as bills at site. Site means what? Site means what? When I see, you need to pay. Correct. Bills at site. Whenever it is presented, you need to pay. So such type of bills are known as bills at site. Bills at site. Understood? Correct? Means, just write down. A bills of exchange or promissory note. One second, I have written promissory note to inform you that it includes promissory note also. So when I am saying bills at site, the bills at site will also include what? Promissory note, but we don't call promissory note at site. It is known as what? Bills at site. Understood what I am saying? And normally they will ask question of bill, they will not ask question of note. So we should not be confused at that point. Correct? So a bills of exchange of promissory note, uh, a bills of exchange of promissory note is payable on demand. Point number A, when no time for payment is specified, or or when it is expressed when it is expressed to be payable on demand or at site or at site or on presentment. Presentment means on presenting the bill. Understood? Have you understood this para? Means any bills of exchange or promissory note is payable on demand when no time for payment is specified. Means implied, if nothing is mentioned, it is implied that it is what? It is what? Demand instrument. Or when it is explicit, when it is what? Written in the document by way of expression that it is payable on demand, it is payable at site, it is payable on presentment, it means what? It demand instrument. Understood? Sorry. Means in this case, one thing is clear that whenever there is a demand instrument, we will not calculate what? Due date. Means due date cannot be calculated. Due date cannot be calculated. Sorry. Understood. So demand instrument, thank you very much. There is no way, we can't calculate due date. It means now we need to understand what is time instrument. So one thing is clear that we can calculate due date for time instrument. So how to calculate due date for time instrument, that is our topic. So what is time instrument? When time for payment is specified. Huh? Any instrument where time is mentioned is time instrument. Correct? Sorry. Understood. Now this time instrument are of two types. This time instrument are of two types. For which purpose? For calculation of due date. One is known as bills after date. Sorry. Ah. Bills after date. One is known as bills after sight. Don't be confused with the name. Some name has been given. Don't be confused with the name. Don't interpret much the name. Understood? Means this type of bill is known as bills at sight. You need to only remember this. There are two other bill which are actually time instrument, bills after date and bills after sight. What is the meaning of bills after date? Bills after date means it will commence, it will commence means what? It will start from the date of drawing, from the date of drawing. Means the bill will start from the date of drawing only. Even though it is accepted after 3 days. Even though it is accepted after 3 days. So it will mention in the bill that this is bill after sight or this is bill after date. So bill after date means it will commence after the date of drawing. I said in bill there are two dates, date of drawing and date of acceptance. Correct? And whenever it is bills after sight, it means what? It will commence, it will commence what? It will commence what? Bolo? From the date of, bolo? From the date of what? Acceptance. From date of acceptance. Okay, so this point is not applicable for promissory note and therefore they don't ask promissory note in exam. Are you getting what I am saying? Means promissory note only one day, date of drawing. So promissory note can start only from which date? Date of drawing only. Correct? Are you getting? So these all points are applicable for bill only. Are you getting what I am saying? So normally they will ask question for bill only. So don't be confused. They will never ask question of promissory note. For meaning they may ask. What is promissory note, what is bills of exchange, they may confuse there. But for practical question, they will concentrate on bill only. So we'll also concentrate on bill. Chalega? I hope you have understood this point. Bills at sight means what? Demand instrument, no due date. Time instrument are of two types, bills at sight, sorry, bills after date and bills after sight. Bills after date will start from the date of drawing. Bills after sight will start from the date of acceptance. Correct? Means write down. A bills of exchange or promissory note is a time instrument when it is expressed, when it is expressed to be payable, to be payable to be payable Point number A, after a specified period, after a specified period. For example, we can say after 3 months, correct now, or after 90 days, after 90 days. So if such information is given, it means what? It is a time instrument, correct? Or point number B, on a specific day, on a specific day, understood now? For example, it is given on 16th September, on 16th September, 16th September is my what? Date of birth. Bring chocolates for me, correct? So on 16th September, correct? So on a specific day, so this is also what? A time instrument. Are you able to understand? Or we can say they mention point number C, after sight. If this is also mentioned ki after sight, so this will be also what? A time instrument. Or point number D, on happening of on happening of certain event, certain event means any event which is going to happen, certain to happen. On happening of certain event, event should be certain to happen. Uncertain event not, certain event. Correct now? Are you able to understand? So on happening of that event, so on happening of suppose annual day, yeah, any event which is going to happen, on happening of some festival, correct, that will always happen, correct, that festival will come now. In 1 year, so many festival will come, but every time festival will come or not, that is certain to happen. If that is mentioned, that is also what time instrument. This is also time instrument. In simple word, any time is mentioned, that become what time instrument. Correct. So definition I have given. However, this definition is not so much important. Important is what? Whether it is bill after date or bill after sight. Have you understood this much? Correct. Can I continue for some minutes? If you permit, continue कर लो. Can I continue? If I'll continue, then half an hour I'll teach. चलेगा? अरे बोल दो यार सुन. पक्का? Then don't blame me, sir. पक्का? चलो, बैठो, बैठो. Due date of bill. What is the meaning of due date of bill? ठीक है, देखो. The date on which the the date on which the term means tenure of bill terminate, the term of bill terminate is called due date, also known as expired date, correct? So is known as due date or expiry date. Expiry date of bill. But this is not maturity date. Understood what I am saying? The due date and maturity date are two different dates. Correct? So what is the meaning of maturity date? Everyone. What is the meaning of maturity date? That we need to understand. Now just try to understand. Leave some space and draw. Suppose this is the date of drawing. Correct? Suppose 1/4/2022. And 3 month is what? The time mentioned. So 3 month become what? 1/7/2022. बोलो yes or no? 1/7/2022 ना? अरे बोलना रे. You'll add 3 months. So 4 plus 3 7. It become 1/7. Correct? Means 1st July. So this is known as due date. Can I say on this date the bill expired, bill terminate? Correct? So can I say actually on this date payments will be done? But just try to understand, you went with the bill on this date. It might happen right now the drawee might be busy with some other work. It might happen, it might, she might or he might require some reasonable time. You presented a bill on this date, but it might happen she might be busy with some other work right now, or she is not able to pay right now. So what act is? Which act? Negotiable instrument act is that 3 more days will be given as a grace days. So how many days will be given? 3 days will be given as a grace period, as a reasonable time for her to or for him to arrange what money. So 3 reasonable days will be given to arrange the money. Are you getting what I am saying? Some reasonable times will be given or not? Correct. It is India. Reasonable times will be given or not? So once we add 3 days, it become what? Maturity date. It become maturity date. It means you need to add. So it become 4/7/2022. So 4/7/2022 become what? Maturity date. Understood this point? Have you understood? So in exam they may ask you to calculate due date or maturity date. Normally they will ask to calculate maturity date. Normally. But if they ask due date is without adding what? 3 grace days. Correct? Understood? Have you understood this point? Write down. The date which comes after what? After adding 3 days of grace to due date of bill is known as maturity date. Have you understood? So these 3 grace days we are adding as per which act? As per negotiable instrument act. So this type of question also they ask. Just write down. As per negotiable instrument act, every instrument every instrument other than what? Demand instrument is entitled to sorry 3 days of grace. Understood why other than demand instrument? For demand instrument we don't calculate due date. Whenever it is demanded it need to be paid. So for demand instrument there is no question of 3 grace days. Only for time instrument we'll add what? 3 grace days. Understood? Have you understood this point? Correct? Bolo. Can we start? So, can we continue? Bolo. So just write down. When I say how to calculate due date or maturity date. Correct. Can I say if bill is after date, so can I say due date will be what? Date of drawing, it will start from which date? Bills after date will start from which date? Date of drawing or date of acceptance? Date of drawing, na? So we start with date of drawing plus what? Plus whatever tenure is given. Whatever tenure is given in the bill. Are you getting? Plus tenure. And maturity date will be what? Will be due date plus 3 grace days. Simple. But if bill is what? After sight. बताओ. Due date is equal to date of what? Acceptance plus tenure. Correct? And maturity date will be what? Due date plus 3 grace days. बताओ. If bill is what? At sight. So due date will be what? बताओ. Due date will be what? Oh, ho, ho. Then cannot be calculated. Correct? But how many grace days will be allowed? How many grace days will be allowed? 3 grace days. Array, no grace days will be allowed because it is demand instrument, na? No grace days will be allowed. This is so, I will say, favorite question of ICI in MCQs or true or false. They will say for bills at site 3 days are allowed. Most of the students will say yes. Bills at site 3 grace days allowed. Yes or no? Right now that is very easy. No. Correct now. But you need to memorize. You need to retain this point. Correct? Now. Can we take some questions for understanding? We will take some type of question. Write down. Type 1. What type of question can be asked? Type 1. When bill is payable sorry, on a specific day, when bill is payable on a specific day. Let an example. DOD means what? Date of drawing. If you want to write down full, date of drawing. DOD means date of drawing. Is 1/4/2022. And DOA means what? Date of acceptance. So it is 5/4/2022. Correct. And bill is payable on some specific day it is given. So on 15th June 2022. So can I say in this case whether it is bill after date or bill after sight, that is not actually important because they have said a specific day. So what is the due date? The due date is given only. Whether due date is given or not. So there is no need to calculate due date. Due date is 15 June 2022 or not? Because it is payable on specific day. Correct. The due date is what 15 June, but what is maturity date? Are you getting what I am saying? Maturity date, you'll add 3, so it will become what? 18 June 2022. Have you understood? Correct. Type 1 question you have understood. Now, type 2. Can I continue? Now the voice becomes slow. Can I continue? देखो, I'm in full mood. 50 minutes can I teach? Chal, type 2. So type 2, when the bill is payable after a stated number of month, after a stated number of month. Example, bill is after date, means it is given the question bill is after date. Correct. Then they will give DOD. DOD means what? So 15/4/2022. Then they will give DOA, date of acceptance, 21/4/2022. Then they will give tenure. Tenure they will give. Tenure is suppose 3 months. So how to calculate due date? Correct. Whenever this type of questions now, however you can do orally also, but sometimes confusion happen. Correct now. So what is the way? First I am explaining the way, but you can do orally also if you become expert. First write down DOD. Why DOD? Because this is bill after date. If it is bill after sight, then it will start from date of acceptance. It will start from date of drawing. What is the date of drawing? 15/4/2022. Then first we'll add month. Always add first month. Correct. So month will be added 3 months. So it will become what? 15 July 2022. Then we'll add what? 3 grace days. So 3 will be added. So it will become what? 18 July 2022. I mean, it was very easy, but this is the way of finding the answer. In some question, you'll find difficulty by doing direct. So I'm just giving the first process. Simple question so can be done without expressing in this way. Correct? It was simple, na? Correct? Understood? One more question. Example. Bill is after sight. This you will do. Bill is after sight. Date of drawing 17/4/2022. Date of acceptance 1/5/2022. Tenure It is 2 months. What is due date? Well, what is the due date? How much? 1/7/2022. What is the maturity date? 3747. 3747. You'll add 3 to 1. 1 plus 3, yeah? 47. 4/7/2022. Simple. This was also simple. One more example. Date of drawing 31/12/2022 and date of acceptance was 2nd Jan 2023. Understood? Next year again. 2nd Jan. Correct. Tenure is 1 month. Sorry, 2 months. Better write on 2 months. Now first doubt will come whether it is bill after date or bill after sight, because nothing is mentioned in the question. So write on one note. If question is silent, always assume what? What you will assume? Always assume what? Bolo? After, both are after only. Always assume bills after date only. Very good. Bills after date means it will start from which date? 31/12. Now do by your own. This is interesting. Let's see who is giving correct answer. Bata. Solution. So you start with date of drawing. What is date of drawing? 31/12/22. First we'll add month. How many month? 2. So bata. It will come with 2 month means it will come second means Feb. It will become 2nd 2023. But in Feb 31 will not be there. Means you can't write 31 Feb. So what we should write down? Means not 29. Means first find out leap year, it is not a leap year. The 2023 is not a leap year. So 28 means now doubt will come whether we should write on 28 Feb or we should write on 2nd March. How many are saying 2nd March? And how many are saying 28 Feb? Say Tukka, you are also saying Tukka, huh? But what Act says it will be 28. We need to follow Act. I am also not saying, huh? Means you might be correct. I am not against you. But Act says what? If after adding particular month, if this 31 is not coming in this month, then the last day of month will be taken as per Negotiable Instrument Act. Understood? Just write down what Act says. Write down. Here write down. If the month in which if the month in which the bill expire, understood, has no corresponding day, understood, has no corresponding day, 31st is not coming in that month, then last day of then last day of such month should be taken. Have you understood this point? last day of such month to be taken. This is as per Negotiable Instrument Act. We will take 28 Feb 2023. Now we'll add what? 3 grace days. So 3 will be added here. But now it will become what? 3rd March 2023. Understood? Have you understood now? So this is due date. This is maturity date. Understood? So this was type 2. Type 2 you understood? Come to type 3, last time. Type 3 question. When the bill is payable after stated number of days, means type 2 was stated number of months, now it is stated number of days. For example, suppose it is bills after sight, date of drawing 21/4/2020, date of acceptance 29/4/2020, and tenure is suppose 90 days. Now you can't say 90 days is equal to 3 months. So you can't convert days into month, you can't convert month into days for this chapter. Are you getting? So month is month, days is days in this chapter. Are you getting what I am saying? Correct. It means solution. So it will start from which day? So can you say due date? Due date will start, means this will start from 29/4/2020 plus what? 90 days, plus 90 days, plus 90 days. It means you need to find out how many days will be added. So but in the month of April, how many days is left? Can I say it is 30 minus 29 is equal to 1? Then May, how many days? 31. You know na, 30, 31, 30, 31, 30, no? This one. If you don't know, then use this. Correct? I also use sometimes. भूल जाते हैं. Then May के बाद what? May के बाद what? June. June how many days? 30. July how many days? 31. Total is coming how much? It is more than what? Its total is coming how much? 93. But we want 90 only, na? It means July, how many days is required to complete 90? How many days is required to complete 90 days? So it should be 90, you must find out balancing days, how much? 28. Have you understood? It means it become what? 28 July. Due date become what? 28 July 2020. Have you understood this point? Normally students do mistake in number of days. Number of months they will never do mistake. Number of days may they do mistake. I don't know why. But have you understood what I have done? 28 July. Not understood? First. 29/4. It will start from 29/4. Now you need to add how many days? 90 days. So in the month of April you need to find out how many days left. So it is 29/4. In April how many days? 30. So how many days left? 1 day. So in April we have taken only 1 day. Then May how many days? 31. Then June how many days? 30. Then July balancing days. Total days how many we need to add? 90. So if you want to add 90, so in July how many days left? 90 minus these 3. So it is coming 28. So 28 July become what? Due date. Now we need to calculate what? Maturity date. So maturity date will be what? 28/7/2020 plus how many days? 3 days. It is coming how much? 30, 29, 30, 31, 31. 31 July 2020. We'll take some question for practice tomorrow. Or you can do all the question of study material. Whatever question given. Correct? But write on two notes. That two note will be also required for that questions. I hope calculation part you understood, only practice required. Practice required. You have understood how to calculate. And basically practice required for number of days. Basically you require practice for number of days. Number of months you will not do mistake. Because I also don't do mistake there. Correct? That are two is special note. That are whenever, yeah, when maturity date, not due date, maturity date falls on what? Public holiday. You know public holiday? No, no, Sunday is not public holiday. Or Sunday. Sunday is free day. Means public holiday is means what? Announced by the government. Sunday is the deemed holiday. Correct now. Announced by the government. For example, what? 2nd October, 15th August, 26th Jan. Correct now. There are many other festivals, but for that date is not fixed. So Diwali is also what? Eid is also what? But date is not fixed. So normally that type of question they will not ask. Because we don't know when Diwali will come. We don't know when Eid will come. Because the date is not fixed. But there are also public holiday. Are you getting what I am saying? But there are some holiday where date is fixed. For example, Guru Nanak Jayanti, 14 November. Are you getting? These are what public holiday. But from examination point of view, 4 public holiday is very important. One is 15 August, that we know. Then 26th Jan, then 2nd October, then 25th December. Christmas. That day is fixed. Now why they ask 25th December? Why they don't ask Diwali and Eid? That I don't know. Because Diwali and Eid, the date is not fixed. For Christmas the date is fixed. So these 4 are popular. Others you need to memorize. Or they will mention in what? Exam. Don't worry. Because it might happen if we don't know Guru Nanak Jayanti. It might happen. Are you getting what I am saying? So they should not trouble in that part. But just try to understand these 4 days are important that I will mention. When maturity date falls on a public holiday or Sunday, then of course can I say we cannot demand payment on that day. Therefore, the maturity date will be which day? Preceding or succeeding? Will take preceding day. Not succeeding, will take preceding day. Preceding business day. Working day. Means if preceding day is Sunday, then we'll take one more preceding day. Understood? Madam? Then preceding business day will be what? Maturity date. Have you understood this point? For example, if suppose maturity date falls on 15th August, then you'll go to what? 14 August. But if 14 August is Sunday, then your answer will be what? 13 August. Your 13 August become what? Maturity date. Understood? Have you understood this point? I think any question if the 15 August is coming, you can do by your own. You can do by your own. Now, then your answer is not 15th August. Then your answer will be 14 August. But if 14 August is Sunday, then your answer will be what? 13 August. Correct? Then one more note is there. When maturity date falls on an emergency holiday. You know emergency? Basically emergency holiday is that day when bank has strike. Bank is closed. Emergency holiday. Terrorist attack. Emergency holiday. Huh? COVID-19 lockdown. Lockdown was emergency only na. We are not knowing previously that it will happen. Correct now. So these are emergency holidays. Prime Minister Modi announced that was holiday only. Correct now. Sometimes it happens. So what happens when magic date falls on an emergency holiday? Then can I say we can't come preceding. We need to go what? Forward. Then next day will be what? Next business day will be what? maturity date. So there, write down. Then next following business day, or you can say succeeding day, business day will be what? Will be maturity date. Normally in exam they ask what public holiday. They don't ask about emergency holiday. But if they ask, they will mention it is an emergency holiday. Because emergency holiday we don't know by our own. They need to mention in the question. This was an emergency holiday. Then we'll go to next business day. Understood? Correct. If you want to write down from examination point of view, public holiday will include what? 15th August, 26th Jan, 2nd October, 25th December. It may also include many other days. There are many holidays in India. But from my point of view, for other day they will mention. Because if I'll ask you some other festival, so we don't know when it will come. Are you getting what I am saying? But these 4 days are known to everyone. These 4 days are known to everyone, na? So normally they concentrate on this. For any other public holiday, they will specify in the exam. Okay, this is a public holiday. Don't worry about that. Correct? Okay. I hope you have understood. I think there are some questions for calculation of maturity date. What is the page number? They have given some questions. They have given in MCQs only. They have not given separate questions. So if you can find out, do it. Which page number? 6.1.21. 21. There are 1, 2 questions, but I was thinking they will give some more questions. But chalo, ठीक है, we'll take some more question in class. I think they have given many questions, na? So ठीक है. All questions are not this due date wala. 2, 3 question I am finding. Leave it. We'll take some question in class only for practice. If you can do that question, do it. Some question will take in class only. Okay. So thank you very much for today. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your living day. And thank you very much for this extra half an hour. Thank you very much. I'm obliged. Thank you very much. Okay. Bye bye.